Hello, I'm Steve, and this is Tabletop Tastings. This series is Whiskey Drams with Steve. Sit back and let's enjoy some whiskey drams together. In this first episode, we're going to explore the wide world of whiskey and really the first step in enjoying a beautiful dram of whiskey, and that is the nosing, or the aroma, the scent, the odor that you get from that fresh cracked bottle of whiskey that you just poured. So really the first step would be the appearance. However, that's kind of self-explanatory, and we're just going to skip that for the moment. But for today, we really want to get into what does it mean when you nose a whiskey? What kind of aromas do I get? And really, for me, it's one of the best parts about enjoying a new dram, a new bottle that I haven't had before, is just taking the time and really getting to know that whiskey just by its nose. And sometimes you'll find that the more you do it, the more you're going to pull out, but the more you're going to enjoy really that nosing experience. And I've even had it where the whiskey smells so good that when you have it, sometimes they're a little bit of a letdown. But what's awesome is when that nosing, and you're picking out certain descriptions in your mind, like caramel or peat, maybe earthy tones, dried fruit, whatever it is, that you're going to enjoy that. But also, what's really cool is when you have a taste and you get those same flavors out of that whiskey. Or there's really cool when you have a fantastic nose to it and then you taste it and it's completely different. So the world of nosing and just taking a few moments before you down that or enjoy the sip to have the taste and the finish is to really just sit back and enjoy, okay, what am I about to have? Whether you're a whiskey novice or maybe just an enthusiast like myself, it can be challenging to identify what's the aroma that I'm getting out of this dram of whiskey. It can even be daunting. You might wonder, that other guy's saying that he's smelling peat or he's smelling earth tones, maybe some fruits, and you're thinking, I don't know, all I can smell is alcohol. Well, maybe this episode's going to help you, because truly you can help yourself and train yourself to identify what is that aroma that I'm getting out of this. So rather than just drowning yourself or tipping back the dram, really stop and just take the time to nose the various scents. And in fact, experts recommend that you do this on a regular basis to try and build up your understanding and synopsis going on in your brain to really tell what am I getting out of that first nosing of that. You know, studies suggest that even just short, frequent sessions of smelling like this can really help you. In fact, it's science. It helps you create new neural pathways in your mind so that the next time you take a sniff and go, oh, I can smell some caramel or some vanilla or something like that, your brain is now focused and being able to enjoy that dram just that little bit more. So to assist in that journey, consider maybe getting yourself an Aroma Kit, just like the one I'm going to show you in a moment here. So not only does this help you enhance your olfactory settings or abilities of your mind and your nose, it also is going to trigger some really memorable experiences with scents. You know, imagine that you're at your friend's wedding and you're going to remember that forever with the aroma of that single malt scotch that you had there. And every time you smell that single malt scotch in the future, you're going to remember your friend's wedding. Or perhaps you're at your dad's retirement party and you crack open a beautiful bottle of bourbon. You're going to remember that scent for the rest of your life. So let's take a look at what is a nosing kit for and what does it do. So I have this one here. This is the Aroma Academy Whiskey Aroma Kit. So this is just one that I was able to find online, and actually I sourced it through the whiskey club that I'm part of. And inside this one there are 24 scents that are available to start helping you train your brain as to what you're smelling. And so just on the inside of this, it has all the different scents here. 24 bottles, all this size, and nice nosing strips, and we'll get into that in a moment. So this kit here has everything from almonds to caramel, citrus, to cut grass, to fruits, to peat, to smoke, to even woody. So just a big wide range, and these are all aromas that you're going to get out when you're nosing a dram of whiskey or bourbon or something like that. Okay, so this kit, again, so one of the first things you want to do is just get yourself familiar with what the kit comes. So this actually has quite the training system that goes on here. So again, 24 different scents to get going, and it might seem a little daunting at first, but just familiarize yourself with, okay, what's in here, what am I going to be able to master and be able to identify with my brain and help to train. So this kit was designed by scientists in the States who did a lot of research into training your nose and the olfactory, our brain, and the synapses that trigger when we smell something. And so when we go into this kit, it gives us a couple of different things that we should do. So first off is just get yourself familiar with the kit. You have your nosing strips, which are used to dip into the bottles of scent, so that you can then start training your brain as to what to go. So I just grabbed one, number 7, which is dried fruit. So we're gonna crack it open, just like so, and just carefully, and then take the nosing strip, and we're just gonna dip it in about 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, somewhere in there. Shake it off a little bit, and then you don't want to just go right up to your nose. You want to just bring it up slowly and just take little whiffs from your nose until you start smelling that. Ooh, okay. So this one is dried fruit, and yeah, I really get almost like that potpourri that has some of those pieces of dried fruit in there. Yeah, that's it's almost floral, right? But dried fruit, yeah. So just bring it up, and what the kit actually suggests, again, just to as you're training your brain, is just take short little sniffs, almost like a sniffer dog, if you've seen them going around, and just okay. So that's one of the ways that you do this. Now, what they suggest is doing a number of these every single day over the next little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to every day just pick out one of them and take a sniff and just try and get my brain to think, okay, what is that I'm smelling? And this one here, that dried fruit, actually smells pretty good. I like that. So it's a little bit of like, we'll talk about earthy later, but yeah, a little bit of earthy, but that dried fruit. So it is fruity, but it's definitely a dried fruit. So it's not like fresh fruit, something that you'd smell at the in the orchard. It's definitely something maybe in a candle shop or something like that you'd smell. So we'll just carefully put that one back. Let's try one more. Again, I'm just gonna grab one randomly. Let's see, 23. Oh, wow, that's a good one. Vanilla. So this one probably isn't one of the ones that you're going to have to do a lot of training for yourself, because we've all been around vanilla. Probably, if you ever had anything baked, most of the time it's got some vanilla in it. So we'll just crack it open, take our nosing strip, put it in just like so. shake it off. And then I can already smell it. I didn't even have to bring it up to my nose. I can smell, because my brain knows what, you know, fresh vanilla, vanilla extract smells like. Oh, that smells so good. Oh man, someone's baking in the kitchen. That is fantastic. So some of these scents are just, it's going to be that. Do I need really a lot of help training my brain as to vanilla now? No, I've been smelling this all my life. Actually, you know what that smells like? My dad makes crepes, and that's one of the key ingredients when he makes crepes, is vanilla, and that, man, that takes me back. So again, those memory, sensory, really is going to trigger for you. So something else that's really neat with these kits, obviously, is the instruction book that kind of goes along with it. And something that it really does suggest to do is you're trying to train your nose to pick out different scents. So something I did, which was follow the instructions, was I opened up the windows for a little bit to air out this room that I'm in, so that when I do sit down and go over a couple of these bottles of aromas, I'm not smelling anything else that was in the room, potpourri or some cologne or whatever it was. I've aired that out, and now I'm really getting on my nose to train as to what it is that I'm going to be smelling. So that's a really good key, something that you want to do. And you know what? One of the things they really recommend, and I've been trying it ever since I picked up the kit, is, you know what they say in life? Stop and smell the roses, right? So stop, smell what's going on around you. And really, it's all to just help your brain trigger, hey, I'm smelling something specific here. What is that? And it helps you be able to train that. So that's another great suggestion from this. If any of the aroma kits that you're going to have, if they're anything like this one, what they have inside here too is kind of like if you have a whiskey journal or a bottle journal, and you check off and write down, okay, this is the bottle that I've had, this is when I had it, where I had it, but also some notes on, okay, what's the nosing for it? And then you can grade it. So the same thing, it has a nice little record sheet inside of here that you can mark down and say, okay, I opened up bottle 15, which is malty. That's a good one too. And okay, what did I smell? So first impressions. And then next time you go back to it, you're like, okay, I'm getting something a little bit different out of it this time, because my brain and my nose are being trained. So that's a nice thing too. Again, this is all about training. So it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, but I guarantee you that you'll see some good results from it. So that's a nosing kit. That's kind of what it does. It's like anything else. You want to train for anything in life. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort. But with a nice kit like this, you'll be able to, the next time you're at a whiskey tasting, you're just enjoying some time with your friends, you'll be able to pick up that glass and pick it. Oh, actually, I do smell a little bit of vanilla in that. This is some Jack Daniels that I poured for the video. So yeah, that's I can definitely get some of that now as well. So that's the whole purpose of this, and it's just to enjoy the whiskey. You know, a lot of times when, especially when you're first starting out, I know I've had some people over and I offer them some whiskey and they just down the drain. I'm like, no, stop, take your time, really enjoy it. And so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you do all the things that you need to do. Like it, share, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate all your help and support. And well, this was Whiskey Drams with Steve. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.